the sun's favorite painter. In the heart of the Golden Valley sat the kingdom of Ethelgard. King Elien lived in a palace of shimmering white marble. He spent his days in the cool shade of his throne room, and his skin was as pale as the morning clouds. He felt that his light skin was a sign of his royal blood, and stayed away from the heat of the world outside. The king's most trusted advisor was Minister Kavi. He was a man of many books and much travel. Minister Kavi often told the king that a kingdom is like a tapestry. It needs many different threads to be strong. But King Elien only wanted to see the threads that looked exactly like him. One morning, King Elien looked down from his high balcony at the bustling market below. He saw the people carrying heavy baskets and pulling carts. Their skin was deep and dark, the color of rich earth and polished mahogany. Why are they so different from me? He wondered. Surely we cannot be of the same kind. The king issued a decree. Only those with skin as pale as mine may enter the inner palace. He believed this would keep his home pure. Minister Kavi sighed and stepped forward. "Your Majesty," he said softly, "the sun is a painter, and he only paints those who work the hardest in his light. To ban them is to ban the strength of your kingdom." To show the king the truth, Minister Kavi suggested a, quote, week of quiet. He asked all the workers to stay in their homes. Out in the fields, Arlo the farmer stopped his work. Arlo had spent every day under the blazing sun, his skin turning a deep, toasted brown as he grew the grain that fed the city. By the third day, the palace kitchens fell silent. There was no flour for bread and no fruit for the bowls. King Elien sat at his grand table, but his silver plate was empty. He felt a sharp hunger in his belly that no crown or palace wall could protect him from. Suddenly, a great summer storm broke over the valley. The palace roof, old and worn, began to leak. Rain poured onto the king's throne, but Petra the mason was not there to fix it. Her skin was the color of dark bronze from years of climbing high walls and working with heavy stone under the open sky. King Elien could not bear the hunger or the rain. He followed Minister Kavi out into the village. The king's fine silk boots grew dusty and stained. He saw the people resting in their doorways, their skin glowing beautifully in the damp air. He realized that without them, his palace was just a cold, leaking box. The king found Arlo resting near the granary. Elien reached out and held his own pale hand next to Arlo's dark, weathered hand. "The sun has kissed your skin because you provide for us all," the king whispered. "My skin is pale only because I have stayed hidden while you did the work of life." The king returned to the palace and threw the doors wide open. He invited Petra and Arlo to sit at his table. He learned that every person, from the highest to the lowest, has a purpose that makes them royal. From that day on, Ethelgard was a kingdom where every shade of skin was honored as a mark of a life well lived.